This movie begins with a young boy named Hoon, who his mother left in an orphanage when his father died. His uncle named Chal Jian decided to adopt him. Chal Jian decided to start stuntmanship knowing it was very stressful and life-costing, so he could cater for his little nephew. Chal Jian and Hoon had a very good relationship, they played together and did a lot of things together. He also registered Hoon in a taekwondo team. Chal Jian decided to quit being a stuntman because it was very stressful, and he started doing some little taxi jobs. He didn't tell Hoon about this. One night when Hoon wanted to dispose trash, he saw a carton that was disposed outside of his house and went to find out what was inside. He saw books that his uncle used for stunt training. He decided to call his uncle workplace and found out that his uncle has quit being a stuntman. He wasn't happy because he wanted his uncle to be a stuntman. He didn't tell his uncle about his findings, but his attitude changed towards his uncle. The government decided to take Hoon Taekwondo team for a competition outside the country. It was morning, and Hoon was getting ready to leave for the airport. He still wasn't happy with his uncle. His uncle even fried an egg for him, but he refused to eat it. His uncle also offered to take him to the airport but Hoon refused, saying he will go by the school bus. When all the Taekwondo team got to the airport, each family was wishing goodbye to their children. But Hoon was all alone because his uncle was not there. The airport police got an emergency call from a man named Michael, telling them that there was going to be a plane crash at that flight. While the call was going on, a stranger stabbed Michael on his neck and he passed out. On the other hand, the airport police unit caught fire and all the people there started running. The lady that received the call was about passing the information she got to the higher unit. Suddenly a lady passed by and stabbed her with an injection and she died. The Taekwondo team had entered the plane already. Hoon was making videos so he will send to his uncle. He mistakenly hit this young man in the process and his phone fell down. This young man picked Hoon's phone up and gave it back to him, and rubbed his head. Hoon felt intimidated and he went to sit down while his phone was still making the videos. The plane started moving already, and most of the children had fallen asleep. Suddenly this same young man stood up with a bag in his hand. He went down to the electronic side of the plane. He started disconnecting some wires and he also made an opening in the plane, where he could fly out, because he was with a parachute. The plane started shaking and everybody was afraid. They couldn't breathe very well because there was a hole in the plane. Everybody wore a face mask for protection. The pilots did everything they could do to stop the plane from crashing, but it failed. Hoon in his dying state sent the videos to his uncle. The plane crashed and everybody in the flight died. It was morning already. Chal Jian was in his workplace. He had already gotten a new pair of shoes for Hoon, cause his birthday was close by. The television at his workplace was turned on and the news started announcing the plane crash that happened. Chal Jian was in so much shock and pain. He cried so hard. He went back home in pain. He started watching all the videos that was sent by Hoon. This made him sob even more. The Korean government decided to make a speech, telling everyone that they were sorry about the plane crash and they would take consequences. The bereaved family was not satisfied with this statement. So the Korean government decided to meet with all the bereaved families after the mass burial. All the bereaved families decided to go and bury their loved ones together because couldn't get the remains individually. They all decided to do the mass burial on a beach where the plane crashed. So they all went together. When their plane landed, they were all welcomed by two NIS agents named Go Hae Ri and Kim Hoo Sik. Chal Jian went to the toilet to ease himself. And he saw a familiar face there. He remembered he saw the guy in the plane that just crashed through the videos Hoon sent to him. He ran after him quickly. If you want to know what happened next, make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. And stay tuned for part 2.